Do you know who would win in a race between the Straw Hats? Or which character was supposed to be Buggy's bodyguard? We've uncovered 35 secrets that will change the way you look at the Straw Hat Pirates forever. Let's go on an unforgettable adventure through the world of One Piece and explore the fascinating depths of the iconic crew. Get ready to be entertained, surprised, and enlightened as we unravel the mysteries of the Straw Hat Pirates. Let's start with the captain of the Straw Hats, Luffy. Despite facing numerous adversaries, Luffy has always chosen to spare their lives after defeating them. According to Oda, Luffy believes crushing their dreams is a better punishment than taking their lives. Luffy is known to eat just about anything, except for cherry pie, which he dislikes. In contrast to Luffy, Blackbeard enjoys cherry pie, which could be a subtle reference to Blackbeard being Luffy's ultimate adversary. Oda revealed that Luffy represents a sunflower, which is a symbol of joy. This aligns with Luffy's new devil fruit power and his role in bringing happiness to those who have suffered. Despite facing many formidable foes, he fights to protect his friends and bring a smile to their faces. Another revelation by Oda is that he intentionally chose the Gum Gum fruit as Luffy's devil fruit power, because he wanted to incorporate a silly and playful element into the story. He hoped that this would allow him to keep having fun with Luffy's character, no matter how serious the story became. One last thing on Luffy. Did you know that he is the only emperor to never serve under another captain? Pretty amazing when you consider all the other emperors. Navigating the new world is a challenge for even the strongest crews, but the Straw Hats are one of the few groups that can do it with ease. This is because they are a close-knit crew that trusts each other implicitly and is willing to do anything for their friends. This deep loyalty has been a critical factor in their success and will continue to be so in the future. Did you know that if Oda had kept his original concept for Ussop, he would have been the vice captain of the Straw Hat Pirates? He was also originally designed to more closely resemble his father, Ussop. Usopp's long nose was inspired by the character Pinocchio, whose nose famously grows longer when he lies. And Usopp's birthday is April 1st, known as April Fool's Day, a day of pranks and lies. Crazy enough, half of the tall tales and lies Usopp told actually came true. Oda had revealed a lot of information throughout his time creating One Piece. One bit he revealed is that if he chose to be any of the Straw Hat Pirates, his desired persona is surprisingly Nico Robin. One reason for this is that Oda imagines himself sprouting numerous hands like Robin, which would enable him to draw manga at an incredible pace. Imagine him going 20 times faster than he can currently draw. How far would the story be if he had that ability? Did you know that Robin had the highest starting bounty of all the Straw Hat Pirates? She had a 79 million berry bounty at the young age of 8. Robin is the only Straw Hat, besides Jinbe, who has performed the Fishman karate technique. Another surprise is that Robin's character was originally going to be a man who loved botany, but Oda ultimately decided to add another woman to the crew. Each member of the Straw Hats has suffered significant losses that have left a deep imprint on them. Among them, Nico Robin lost her entire country to the world government, while Brook lost his crew in the Florian Triangle. However, these tragic events have also given them the strength to fight for their friends in the present, and ensure that such losses are never repeated. Ever wonder who would win in a race between the Straw Hats? It's Brook who would likely win a 50-meter race amongst the crew. Well, at least according to Oda. Brook is the lightest member of the crew, which gives him an advantage in a foot race. On the other end, Oda stated that Jinbe would come in last. Brook's Chill of the Underworld ability, which allows him to freeze everything in his surrounding area, is because of his connection to the underworld. Most people think of the underworld as being fiery hot, but there are many depictions of the underworld being frigid ice. Moving our attention to Nami, did you know that her wardrobe throughout the series is based on Oda's wife, Chiaki Inaba? When Oda needs to decide what Nami should wear, he will often look to his wife to see what she's wearing. What's crazy is that Oda met Inaba as she cosplayed as Nami at an anime convention in 2002. Despite being physically weaker than Luffy, Nami is still able to inflict damage to him with a punch or slap. This is often played for comedic effect, but according to Oda, Nami is fighting against Luffy's indomitable spirit rather than his body, which is why she can affect him. The remains of Nami's parents' identity are largely a mystery to fans. Although her early life was explored during the Arlong Park arc, her biological parents and how Nojiko found her are yet to be seen. Regardless, Nami considers Bella Mare to be her mother, and fans hope to learn more about her past soon. Far from being a coward, Nami is actually one of the most intelligent and daring members of the Straw Hat crew, despite being physically weaker than some of her crewmates. Nami fights when necessary and strategically retreats when it's the smart move. She's a valuable member of the team and far from weak. Did you know that there is only one member of the Straw Hat Pirates that have biological siblings? That would be Sanji. who has 4 siblings that debuted during the Whole Cake Island arc. They were abusive to Sanji though, so it's no wonder why he left them. If Sanji were to eat a devil fruit, Oda has stated that Sanji would eat the swim fruit, a paramecia type devil fruit that allows the user to swim in grounds or walls. Along with Nami and Robin, Sanji is the only other crew member who bathes regularly. This is not much of a surprise, as he is always looking for an opportunity to impress a beautiful woman. Sanji has his very own spin-off manga, completely focused on his exploits at the Barati, called Shokugeki no Sanji. It is 6 chapters, and every fan of Sanji should take the time to read it. Despite being a formidable foe, Chopper is not considered to be much of a threat by the world government. He only carries a 1,000 berry bounty, as he is seen to be a pet to the crew. His epithet of cotton candy lover also shows the lack of respect the world government has for Chopper. Did you know that at 17 years old, Chopper is the youngest of the Straw Hat crew? Let's move on to the crew member with the second highest bounty. Zoro's ambition to become the world's strongest swordsman makes it hard to imagine him being anything else but a swordsman. But Oda revealed that if Zoro had a job in the real world, he would be a kind-hearted police officer, protecting the weak from evil. The name Zoro was inspired by a real-life pirate. Roronoa is the Japanese translation of the name of the 17th century French pirate, François l'Olonnais. François was a notorious pirate who conducted his operation in the Caribbean in the 1660s. He gained notoriety for his cruel strategies and savage treatment of his adversaries. Luffy has recruited 11 members to the Straw Hat Pirates, whom he cares for deeply and views as equals. Zoro stands out though, as he is the only one Luffy sought to join his crew after hearing about his fearsome reputation. All the others he met before inviting them into his crew. Zoro the Clown? It almost happened. Zoro was initially intended to be one of Buggy the Clown's bodyguards, along with Moji and Kage, as revealed by Oda. Zoro was meant to be the elder brother figure in a family dynamic. However, Oda ultimately chose to make Zoro Luffy's first mate, a decision that fans are surely thankful for. Like Zoro, Oda originally planned for Jinbe to be a villain in the story. Oda had plans to make him like a mafia boss, and would have been the invisible hand controlling Arlong from behind the scenes. Jinbe also shares a connection with Luffy, as the two share the same blood type, Type F. This is surprising as Japanese culture correlates blood types with personality types, and Jinbe and Luffy are completely different from each other. All members of the Straw Hat Pirates have lived in one of the 4 blues at some point in their lives, except for Jinbe. He was raised in an orphanage in the Fishman district, and has never lived in any of the 4 blues. Did you know that Franky was once offered to join the Roger Pirates? Oden Kozuki gave him the offer when the Roger Pirates were at Water 7. Franky turned down the offer though, as he was abandoned by his pirate parents, which made him not trust pirates at the time. Pre-timeskip, when Franky isn't working on the repairs of the Thousand Sunny, he keeps his tools in his swim briefs. Though after the timeskip, Franky starts keeping all his tools in one of his arms. It must have been too uncomfortable to keep storing them in his briefs. One other surprise about Franky is that he shares the same birthday of March 9th with Shanks and Mihawk. Can you imagine the kind of party the 3 of them would have together? These secrets of the Straw Hat Pirates reveal the intriguing and fun-filled aspects of the popular crew, from Oda's dream of being Nico Robin to the inspiration behind the characters' traits. The close-knit bond of the Straw Hat crew is the most important factor in their success. The Straw Hat Pirates remain unstoppable, and their legacy will continue.